Hi everybody, welcome to Willie's American Guitars, and today I have a video on Magnatone amplifiers. I dare say Magnatone is one of the finest amplifiers made out there, and that's what they try to do, is be the finest. They're not interested in making an amp at a price point for your little brother. They're interested in making the best amps out there. And some of the founders of this amplifier line, look at a video of Billy Gibbons lately. It looks like a Magnatone advertisement with all these light up logos on it, right? Jeff Beck was a Magnatone user and devotee. New Magnatone, not necessarily the old Magnatone. And as a matter of fact, if you've tried old Magnatones, these are different in so many ways. They have so much more headroom, so much more body, authority, and they are built better than even those hand-wired amps. Now, I put this up on a rotating chair just so y'all could see the back. This is a panoramic stereo, and this is a 210 with 25 watts per side. You get with this amplifier a foot switch. Now I'm going to bring up my guitar, not too loud. It's a simple control. It's volume, treble, bass, and you've got reverb. And you've got this foot switch for your reverb. Tons of reverb. It's, by the way, up at about 4, and you can switch that off. The real killer on this amplifier is this. You can control the speed, and you can see this little light here. We can bring up the speed, and your light is corresponding. We can bring this down, and it will show you how fast the spin is between the two speakers. Now, sometimes you're going to coordinate this with a song that happens to have maybe a slower flow, and you can kind of read it that way. Also, this does both tremolo, which is a volume, AM is amplitude, the amplitude of the note, like all your famous tremolo amps of Fender, right? Or it does FM, which is frequency modulation, and by switching this, you can get it to change pitch. It'll make you seasick, right? But it's a very effective tool. Now, these also have speaker left and right, so you can separate this quite a bit. For those of you doing like jazz gigs or doing any gig really, to be able to carry a couple of extra speakers out and have that fill a room with that rotating speaker sound, let me tell you, it's something special. These are kind of bulletproof. There's no master volume on there. At 25 watts a side, it's pretty much ready for any gig. There's also a second input, which will put a pad on there and clean it up. I'm going to take that off, but it's got a really good great clean sound. It works well with pedals too, and they're handsome amplifiers. They do come with a really good high-grade cover. They come with a foot switch, and this is some of the best amplifier money can buy. They make a little junior, and I sell a lot of these to guys that play around the house quite a bit. These these Starlite are 6 watts. So it's a little 10-inch speaker. They'll grind up quite a bit. It's a very reactive tone control. Now I'm going to bring this around too, but is a feedback, a negative feedback loop that's on and off. Now I've got the tone control up, mid-range, and scooped. And again, your second input on all these amplifiers has a 6 decibel pad. That's true of almost every amp that has a second input. It calms it down a little bit, but these amps even calm down. I'm going to dime both. Feedback loop. Fun, huh? I'm sorry, the microphone is probably bleeding right now, but here, let's get that cord out of there. Nothing up my sleeve. Presto. So, a little Starlight amplifier, something in the low wattage, very useful for playing around the house. And honestly, I got guys doing gigs with this amplifier, and it works. Now, this is more the Marshall thing right here. This is their Super 15, and the Super 15 is basically a Marshall. If you've ever lusted after one of those $25,000 Marshall 18-watt combos that are hand-wired, point-to-point wired, Marshall doesn't make that kind of thing anymore. Marshall's kind of worried about price point. Yeah, you can find a $199 Marshall. Yay. But old Marshalls get real serious money because they have real serious tone. And this amplifier, this is the type that Billy Gibbons uses, Jeff Beck has used, a lot of guys use it. This is a 15-watt single 12, and the fascinating thing about this is this has a headphone jack. So you've got the highest quality components money can buy, and you've got built to be bulletproof. It's 15 watts, which is all anybody needs, and a headphone jack. So you can use this as a line out, and it creates a dummy load so you don't hurt your amplifier by not having a speaker. You plug in your line out, you unplug the speaker, and you've got an amplifier that you can run in your home studio all day long because there's a dummy load to protect the amplifier, and it has a headphone jack, which on amps of this caliber are kind of rare. All right, now I'm going to turn this up because it's a Marshall, and yeah, it's not really a Marshall, it's a Magnatone, but y'all know what I mean. Now it'll clean up. Sorry, I probably flooded that microphone. It cleans up rather well. Real thing is this right here. Alright, that's enough. End of video. Sorry about that. Anyway, Magnatone, 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 Willie's. See you later.